Hi, this is Bev Davis for Do You Know, and a very special exhibit from the Library of Congress. We have Abigail Van Gelder. So nice that you could be in town with us.
Absolutely. We're pretty excited to bring this to Willmar. We've been traveling all over the country with this, and we're going to keep on rolling from here.
And it's the Gateway to Knowledge traveling exhibit. Now, I understand there's probably 145 million different items in the Library of Congress. How on earth did you pick ones out just to have in the traveling exhibit?
Oh, I know. I mean, that was a 2-year process to figure out what are we going to show people. And really the decision was made to put together a sampling of items that come from all the different departments and divisions and different sorts of items that the Library of Congress has to be able to inform people of the mass amount of resources at the Library of Congress. Of course, those 145 million items, most of them aren't books.
And I think people would be surprised by that it's sound recordings, photographs, other items.
Absolutely, including one thing that surprises people are the contents of Abraham Lincoln's pockets from the night he was assassinated. Some very important historical items like that. Presidential papers, different papers from other politicians and judges, as well as there's a prints and graphic images division, which includes comic books, which surprise a lot of people.
And also, the traveling exhibit is going to keep doing this throughout the year, correct? You're going to be around the Midwest, around the South?
We are lucky enough, of course, we're in the Midwest, but we're going to take this down south as well, all the way into Texas. We'll bring her back up through the deep south when it's a little bit warmer. But yeah, this is traveling all over the country to 60 stops. That's what we have planned now, but we hope we can keep this going for years.
So what's your favorite exhibit within the traveling one?
Well, I love them all, but my favorite exhibit is the one that speaks about Thomas Jefferson's draft of the Declaration of Independence. There's a few things about it that I love. One, it shows the science at the Library of Congress, that they've been able to review that document and actually see the original words that he wrote underneath of his edits. And it also speaks to how, as Americans, when we were fighting for our independence, we had to come up with a whole new language. Thomas Jefferson originally wrote "my fellow subjects," and then on second thought, he's like, wait a minute, we're not subjects, we're citizens. So what a wild thought it was that we were going to break away from the British government.
Well, this is really exciting, and we're very lucky that you were able to come to the Willmar area with this. And, of course, there's a terrific website for the Library of Congress.
Absolutely. More than 19 million items have been digitized and are available at loc.gov. But that's just the tip of the iceberg of what's available at the website. I know a lot of people who are in the education field who sign up for the newsletter. There are lesson plans and other curricular activities that are attached with that are completely available. Everything is free. All the resources at the library and all the resources that are online.
Wonderful. The Library of Congress are our very own national treasure. Thanks, Abigail.
Thank you so much.
This is Bev Davis for Do You Know?
It's the holiday season again, and you may not be thinking about going out and getting your Christmas stuff, but man, there's a lot of great bargains out in your local town. Whether you live in Kirkhoven or you live in Willmar or you live in New London, as we're in the Mill Pond Mercantile, you want to remember all the folks like Anita and Ginny, the folks who own the stores, and how hard they've worked to go to shops. Because you guys have been everywhere to try and find all these really, really cool things, right?
We have been. We go to Atlanta every January, and of course the local gift mart in Minneapolis, and the sales reps that come right to our door too. So we are all over looking for great product.
And you are chock full of all kinds of gifts and things. And many of the stores, wherever you are full of things. Everything from kissing crystals to things for your children, things for your honey. Tell them a little bit about some of the new things that are out this year that they might want to look for.
Well, I think one thing that people always like to come and shop at the Mercantile are decor. We have beautiful Christmas trees, lots of new ornaments, traditional red and green, also icy crystals like you have in your hand. We do have some real bright greens, pinks, all whites, every color you can imagine. And also all the beautiful decor that go along with the Christmas tree. So.
Well, we want to encourage everybody, whether you're looking for Santa Claus things or you're looking for snowmen things, or maybe you're not looking for that at all. You have enough of that stuff. Maybe you're looking for stuff for gifts for friends and family. We want you to remember your local merchants, whether it's the hardware store down the block or it's the Mill Pond Mercantile in New London Spicer, or you're in downtown Willmar, Kirkhoven, Pennock, or some other town. We want you to be encouraged to go visit your neighbors who've worked really hard to put together stuff that you can purchase to give to your family and make their Christmas bright. So we're going to move on. We're going to go see Rudy. He's downtown Willmar at the Holidays Parade. Take it away, Rudy.
All right, thanks, Jamin. Yes, in beautiful downtown Willmar, another great place to shop. And like Jamin said, it doesn't matter where you're from. If you're from New London, Spicer, Candioi, and Pennock, make sure you shop downtown locally because that money turns over a number of times in your community. Right now, in front of Peterson Shoes, one of the very fine businesses in downtown Willmar that have lit up their store for the holidays. Don't forget to shop locally. And right now, it is time for the Holidays Parade. So without further ado, let's get right to it.
This is Bev Davis for Do You Know at the Candy Ojai County Historical Society and Museum. A very wonderful event that goes through December, the Festive Forest. Beautiful trees decorated by area groups like the Girl Scouts, senior citizens, 4-H clubs, and others. We're going to look at those. And a reminder that at the Sperry House, they have some wonderful events too during the holiday season and all throughout the year, including the Sperry House Teas. Let's go see the Festive Forest.
All right, welcome to the Willmar Civic Center. It is a big night tonight, as is every night, and Kevin is joining us again. We're talking about curling. It's taken off, and you're the guru now, I hear.
Well, I don't know if I'm the guru or not, but I sure enjoy curling. I'm an avid curler, an instructor of curling, and then I teach how to make curling ice around the nation for other arena personnel that want to have curling in their facilities.
And tonight, it's Saturday night. That means it's open curling. You have open curling, and then you also have league night. Tell us a little bit about that.
Our league nights are Wednesday night. We have a full league this year, completely full, 22 teams curling on Wednesday nights. And then virtually every Saturday night we have open curling for the general public, which starts at 5 o'clock and goes through 9 or 9:30. So we've had a very, very good season so far. People are really enjoying it. We're getting a lot of new people into the curling sport. And so Saturday nights are just a great amount of fun. And it's only $2. $2 is the same price as some of our other open events here at the Civic Center, so it's an affordable activity to do, and for all ages too, by the way. 8 to 80, that's what they say about the sport of curling.
All right, very good. And then I'm going to lean down here and pick up the rock, and why don't you tell us a little bit about the rock, how much it weighs, and then tell us about your sweeper.
All right, well, a curling rock, all curling rocks are made of granite, and they come from Scotland. They're imported from Scotland. Only place in the world where that kind of granite exists that you can make a curling rock out of. And so we have 5 sets of curling rocks here. The curling club has done numerous fundraisers to purchase the rocks, and we have very good equipment here. A sweeper, or a broom as they call it nowadays, is actually a modified mop with polyester or nylon, which warms the ice up so that the rock will slide a little faster. You make your rock slide farther down the ice when you brush the ice with a curling broom.
And who makes that, Swiffer?
Well, Swiffer could, but I think they're probably made by several curling equipment companies, and they're not cheap, by the way, but eventually you're going to want some good equipment. You can get a nice curling broom like this. We do have generic curling brooms ready for the public. You don't need any equipment to do the Saturday night curling. We provide everything. Just come here we suggest tennis shoes and warm, loose-fitting clothing like you're wearing and like I'm wearing, so that you can stretch a little bit, and that's all you need.
Okay, before I put this down, how much does this thing weigh?
That weighs 42 pounds.
I was going to say, okay, let's see how close I can get here. I'm going to roll the rock. Oh, I didn't get a very good turn on it. I try to put it over. Oh, and I'm thinking I'm a little bit too hard to down the road.
Much. It goes quite a ways with very little effort.
So what do you have to do to get the ice ready for curling each and every night you're doing it?
It's a process where we resurface, as we usually do, to prepare the ice, and then we do what's called scrape. We use our Zamboni to scrape the top layer of ice off. Once we do that, then we do what's called a pebbling process, where we put a fine layer of bumps on the ice, and then the rocks slide on top of these bumps like little ball bearings. And so that's the basic way to get curling ice in an arena, and it's a little bit more involved than that, but that's the basics.
So it's a little bit different than putting the ice down here than when you're over at the main Civic Center ice for hockey.
Curling ice and hockey ice are completely different. It's a wholly different texture to the ice and how it's made and so forth.
Okay, so if people want to come out, check it out. It's Saturday nights, and you pay right at the door?
Pay right at the door, and we'll give you the free instructions. Don't be afraid that you don't know what you're doing. We'll take you aside and give you the instructions. You'll be curling the game of curling within an hour.
Perfect. And it's freezing outside, but it's always nice in here. We're
nice in here.
We're in the Blue Line Club, right?
In the Blue Line Arena of the Civic Center.
All right. So that's where we're going to wrap it up then for this month's Do You Know. Next month, we're going to be showing you all the highlights that we did in 2010, and those will be running in January. So thanks for watching us this year, and we hope you have a very happy holiday season.